But the cooperatives proposal as well was captured in your manifesto, right? The NDC.
Yeah.
So you say you're going to do the cooperatives that Mr. Jantua is talking about. I'll find out from you later how the process has been in forming those cooperatives, because we went on the path of a community mining schemes, which many who have done some work in there have shown detail. And I have one of the reports here indicating that the community mining scheme did not really work in terms of the fight against illegal mining. Arocha Ghana and the Society platform on the extractives did this particular report indicating that it rather sort of legitimized illegal mining with this community mining scheme that we saw introduced after the period of the ban on any form of small-scale mining. So what should be the path? Lawyer, this is why, Martin Kpebu, I saw you shake your head in disagreement when Lawyer Kwame Jantua was proposing the shoot to kill, which is not new. I've had people make that proposal to send a certain signal of fear and deterrence to these people who are involved in illegal mining. Is that the way to go? And if it is, why should we adopt that? And if it is not the way to go, how then do we fight this existential threat that we're faced with?
Oh, good. Okay, it's not the way to go, because if we were to shoot people to kill, to deter others, we'll be turning the Constitution on its head. Let's go to Article 13 of our Constitution, right at the heart of the fundamental human rights. It says, 13:1, no person shall be deprived of his life intentionally, except in the exercise of the execution of a sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense under the laws of Ghana, of which he has been convicted. Of which he has been convicted. Okay, right. Yeah, so that is the Constitution we have. You know, right. I understand senior counsel. I know he doesn't mean it literally in a certain sense, but you know, once you've said it, we also have to code the Constitution so that for those who take it literally that people should be shot, they'll see that no, the Constitution doesn't allow it. You see, this Galamsey thing, I think that, look, we have the police force, right? The police service. They are the people to do it, and of course, with the support of citizens. So we have to continue. The fact that we failed in the past doesn't mean we shouldn't continue. In our personal lives, we embark on projects, activities, examinations, schools. Sometimes we fail, but we get up and then continue, right? So that's how come when people say, no, bring soldiers, I'm like, no. Article 210 of our Constitution says that the soldiers are to protect us against external aggression. Don't keep bringing them into internal affairs, right? Let the police do it. When IGO came,
with the police doing it,
hasn't he changed? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
With the police doing it, does it measure the results as against when we also saw the military partially involved in this fight against illegal mining? The likes of Dr. Nyao Nyao Tamaklo are clear in their minds. The military can end this Galamsey in 1 week if you give them the charge to do this.
I can also say unequivocally that it's not possible. 1 week. Look, the problem is more complex than 1 week. No, it's more complex. See, let's hasten slowly. So far, there have been 2 occasions that the military went there. The military went and joined the Galamseyers and were taking bribes. Having to check, look, pull the tapes, Abdallah. The military went and joined the Galamseyers and took bribes. There are footages. Even the last one about 3 or 4 weeks ago, another group of military and national security operatives. You see, we've not heard the final thing. But Erasmus Asoredonko was clear that those were military. Then whilst Akufo-Addo was in office, about 35 military personnel were on the Galamsey side, giving Galamseyers full protection, full succor, please. Listen, let's stop the way we are denigrating our police by saying military. Military are not fashioned for that job. In any event, there are 2 clear cases that they also came in and took bribes, joined in the Galamsey itself, right? So it's not about military. It's about how we equip the police. Article 200 of our Constitution says that the police service shall be equipped. So ask yourself, how have we equipped the police? Equipped. It just didn't say they should maintain law and order. Our framers were very wise. I'm sure they knew that we've been bastardizing the police institution for too long. So they added it. They just didn't say maintain law and order. They said equip them. So ask yourself, number one, what's the number of our police service? I mean, the last time I knew, there are no more than 60,000. The UN standard is that we should have 1 policeman to 500 citizens. I don't think we've met that criteria.
No.
So look at Article 200. It says, the police service shall be equipped and maintained to perform its traditional role of maintaining law and order. So they put a rider there that equip and maintain them. So if you don't equip and maintain, what do you get? Last week we talked about body cameras, right? Today we are talking about the numbers. The numbers are not the best. Of course, we know that in recent past, in the Kufuor's term, yeah, he did well. They kept increasing the numbers, but I'm not sure we are quite there yet, right? So equipping and maintaining the police is very important. And then you heard what Mutaka said earlier this week, that they are setting up the Independent Police Commission. It's also very, very important because we need to hold the police accountable. Very, very important. Yes, people are angry because, of course, we know that from decades of the way a lot of the time the police haven't, given us enough accountability and the rest. But we are improving. You see, look, I can tell you yesterday like this. Can you imagine, regional commander, I won't mention which region, but he did well. Around 10 p.m., I was informed that somebody had been kept in custody beyond 48 hours. So I said, no, give me the commander's number. I called, he couldn't pick up. Then I sent him a WhatsApp. I said, look, commander, I've been informed somebody is in custody more than 48 hours. That is not law. He responded back and forth. That's a regional commander. Some years ago, who born dog? 10 p.m., you are calling a regional commander. He will not respond.
Right.
But this is what he did. I said, no, the Constitution says 48 is 48. We went back and forth. But he engaged me civilly. Some years ago, a regional commander, 10 p.m. in the night. No, you say I was asleep.
So if that's not the way to go, what should be done?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Equip and maintain the police service for the function. It's a rider. We have not equipped our police service enough. We've not maintained them enough. You see, so... so equipment, obviously, body cameras, right, training, etc. You know they have their SWAT team. Sometimes people like the show of force. I mean, see how the police SWAT team looks like. Yes, they also have their muscular, etc. Is that not it? So in terms of the optics, they also fit the billing. So you equip and then you maintain. And most especially, it's accountability. The bottom line of everything we are saying is accountability. So how do we structure the police service in such a way that they are accountable to us? So if we send them to the Galamsey side, how many journalists do we embed in the police team to make sure that the journalists are reporting so that the police then don't get corrupted? You know, IG Yonu came and then they did some transfers. Yeah, because we complained here, Kenashigwe came and others, all of you joined in. And then IG listened and then they did transfers. So at least that's an improvement. So let's continue to harp on the equipping and maintaining, of course, and then we'll continue to call our CID boss, Madam Donko, right? Yeah, Donko, Lydia, yeah, Donko, please. The Akunta mining case, if you don't take this case to court, your tenure would never be recognized. Because this thing, every yesterday night, I was talking to Martin, you see, that was my first time I was talking to him on a different matter. Then he was laughing at me. Martin Kpebu, you are always on TV3 saying that Martin says he's ready to come and testify. Yes, people are there. Akunta mining. Madam Donko, what is this? Because, look, I'm sure when I make noise here for the next 6 months, the next thing you know, I'll be sending a petition to the president that they should remove you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No, if we don't, those are the things we'll be doing. If we don't get angry, because people are there. Look, Abu Jinapua is still alive. He said, Akunta mining and Wuntumi had no business entering the Tanon Nimri forest. Martin Isi is alive. the Forestry Commission executive, the boss at the time, was it Alute, certain Mr. Alute also. They are all alive. And this case, CID, you know, what do you call it? Faustina and Dokofi,
okay, no.
and Dan Paris stole the case. Now, Madam Donko is come, please, after 6 months, we'll ratchet it up.
Okay.
So that is what it requires. So we can't just sit aloof as citizens and expect that the police by themselves will work. No,
right.
It's a collective effort. Right?
There's an
So
quick one
it's a
intervention you want
complex
to make.
matter. Just one last point.
Right.
And of course, let's go to Article 83. Because we all realize that this Galamsey matter is a national security threat. So it involves the whole of the national security apparatus. And I heard Tobu, Superintendent Tobu, yes, making the point. And look, let's look at 83. So if in Article 83 we have the National Security Council, you see them, the President, Vice President, Ministers for Foreign Affairs, Defense, Interior, Finance, and other ministries as the President may determine, the Chief of Defense Staff and 2 other members of the Armed Forces, the IGP, and then 2 members of the Police Service. One shall be a Commissioner of Police for CID. So that's Madam Donko. Yeah. Okay? And then the other one for the junior ranks. Then Director General of Prison Service, Director of External Intelligence, Director of Internal Intelligence, Director of Military Intelligence, the Commissioner for Customs, 3 persons appointed by the President. All of them. So all of this with national security, that is their responsibility as well. So it's the push. We've had Galamsey demonstrations. Very soon, you know, Oliver announced one, but with time it became clear that it was too early.
Yeah.
You know, for Sukwacheko, they are still enjoying some goodwill. We are giving a bit of time. But if we are not seeing the results, very soon we'll ratchet up. The fact that we are saying they will win in 2028 doesn't mean that if anything is going wrong today, we'll not talk about it. Remember our good friend Malik, this Mahama, may he so rest in peace. When he met me, that was what he said. He said, look, that today, when we're going to meet, he said, I was looking forward to meet you because that thing you keep repeating on the key points, that the fact that your relation is president or in office doesn't mean that if something goes wrong, don't talk. That is why I like you.